What's going on, folks? RazorMP here, and today I'm going to go over the top 5 handguns you should have in your safe. And if there can be only one, which I think number 1 should be.
There can be only one.
The criteria will look at which gun offers the most bang for the buck, and if it can be used for an everyday carry gun, a duty gun, or something for self-defense, home defense. I chose only striker fire guns because they tend to be the most affordable and that can mount red dots, just because I can, and because red dots are becoming industry standard. The sweet spot for cost is between $600 and $800. But before we go any further, if you like this kind of content, it goes a long way if you subscribe, like, and comment. It does help the algorithm and ensures I'm around to make content for you about your favorite guns. So let's kick this off. Bonus, I invited @TaylorTactical to chime in and let me know which of the guns I selected she preferred from a lady standpoint. So starting in at number 5, and I know this is going to be a bit controversial being so low, but I chose the Glock 19. Here's what it offers. Glock is synonymous for reliability. I have owned a Glock most of my adult life, and it was my very first gun I purchased when I was legal to do so. Glocks are proven in combat with military units and in the line of duty with police forces around the world. The one I carry is a Gen 5 Glock 19 with a Delta Point Pro. It has the serrations on the front and rear of the slide, ambi slide release, and comes with various back straps. Mine came with a slew of plates to mount different optics, and the Glock has been around so long it has millions of accessories that are designed specifically for the Glock in mind. In addition, Glock magazines are adopted for use by many gun manufacturers for their durability and their ease of availability. The trigger is a bit spongy, but hits a wall and releases perfectly. The mild hand grip is easy to hold, and it fits perfectly in my hand, and it also fits perfectly in my concealed carry holster. Downside, it's a Glock. The design has not changed much, and though reliable, gun owners always want to find that something more. The Glock costs about $500 to $600 depending on the options you pick for it.
Yeah, I like it. It feels good to me.
Good size?
Good size. Feels comfortable. Yeah.
How's recoil?
Felt fine. Yeah, felt fine to me. Always loves Glock. Can never go wrong with a Glock.
Glock 19. This is probably one of my favorites.
Now, coming in at number 4, the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 Metal. This pistol comes in a little pricier at $800, but for good reason. The build quality is very good for a production gun and similar in size to the Glock for everyday carry. The heavier frame helps to reduce recoil, and while already boasting a lower bore axis than most of its predecessors. It has aggressive forestrap and backstrap hand grips. You're not going to drop this gun in the rain. The ergonomics fit my hand perfectly. The slide serrations allow for a solid grip on the slide to allow you to work that slide easily. It comes with 2 17-round magazines and an amazing 2-stage trigger. It has a little bit of take-up, but when it breaks, crisp and smooth. The reset pushes your finger forward, allowing you to reacquire your target quickly and with little effort. Drawbacks, those same grips might be too aggressive for more sensitive hands. Like, say, for instance, if you have a spouse that's training at home with that same pistol.
I do like that too. The grip's a little bit rougher, but I don't mind it. I feel like I had good control.
How about the trigger?
Really like the trigger too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little different, but I like that.
The optics plate isn't really a plate at all and just hard plastic. It seems counterintuitive considering it's a metal gun. In either case, you can't co-witness, so you need to replace the sights if that's your inclination. Number 3, the Sig M18. Am I biased because it's the Army's newest sidearm? Yeah, you bet you're right I am. But maybe not for the reasons you may think. The primary reason I place the M18 over the others on the list is its modularity. That's the biggest part of the Army's requirement, and for good reason. Each mission requires a different tool. So the best way to reduce that cost is by making the weapons you use adaptable to the environment they're going to be deployed in. Sig has perfected that by providing a myriad of options for grips, slides, and barrels. The M18 has the ability to be transformed into the soldier's, or in this case the gun owner's, necessary weapon. It has a manual safety, which I like for positive control, and I'm a sucker for Coyote Brown and FDE living in Arizona. The cost comes in around $650. Now, number 2. Me and Taylor Tactical disagreed about this number 2.
So, if you were buying one tomorrow, what's your favorite?
The Walther?
The Walther?
Yeah.
But my pick was the Walther PDP Pro SD Compact. It hits that mark at about $800, but you get a lot for the money. I love the deep serrations in the slide. Whether you like grabbing her from the front or rear, she's got the grip you need. And speaking of grip, the hand grips with multiple backstrap provides that Goldilocks perfect fit to the hand. The ginormous magwell not only serves to keep your hands firmly pushed up on the grip, but allows for rapid magazine insertion. It is only one at this price point that came with a threaded barrel, though I'm sure you can find deals on any of the other guns to add that on. But the threaded barrel allowed me to put a compensator on it and set it apart from its peers. But ultimately, the reason why this pistol is so high on the list, the trigger. This is by far the best trigger.
Not too bad, about the same. 25 feet. The next pistol. Okay.
Perfect size.
Walther PDP Pro. Tell me what you think about that trigger when you actually fire it. You might like it. Perfect.
All right.
And I like it. And I bought it.
I think I loved everything about it.
It breaks and resets in about 1/4 of an inch. It gives an audible ping when dry firing, signaling you've engaged the striker. It's a very accurate shooting pistol at this price point with great features. And my number 1, well, this may be even more controversial than my number 5, but my number 1 pick overall is the Springfield Armory Aelon. This gun, if you had to pick only one, would be the one I picked because it hits all the categories above. It's the closest of the group to be a full-on duty pistol and takes into account all the other amenities of its predecessors. It has very deep and pronounced slide serrations and what they call a forward trench that cuts deep to ensure the best hand-to-slide contact, just like the M&P. It has the modularity with its own central operation group like the Sig M18 fire control unit. It has a solid trigger like the Glock. In addition, it has a flared slide in the back like from what I would call an honorable mention, the H&K VP9. The controls are all ambidextrous to include the mag drop like the Sig has as well. It also comes standard with a tritium front sight and a flared takedown lever and slide rest for your thumbs. It comes with 3 back straps like its competition as well. But setting itself apart, besides its dead-on accuracy, is the best of its striker-fired kind, the variable interface system for your optics. This allows for more than 30 different red dots to be mounted without an adapter plate, and because it doesn't need a plate, it allows you to co-witness the included iron sights. It's actually an optics-ready and not optics-capable pistol right out of the box, unlike others that require plates and additional costs. The price coming in at a sweet deal of $600. It's rugged and durable and my overall pick for number 1. Disagree? Agree? Let me know in the comments. But before we go, let me show you some pictures of these guns out at the range and how myself and Taylor Tactical did with these.
Aelon. See how we do. 25 feet, just for accuracy. Okay, about the same as the rest. Here, and the slide release is ambidextrous.
So cool.
And so, and the purchase and the little ramps on the side makes for a pretty good gun for the price.
Yeah,
and it's still accurate.
I love the little bump out in the back.
Yeah, the dovetail.
Yeah.
Oh, just perfect. Oh yeah, these right here,
Yeah.
these little wings. I don't even know what they call them.
And didn't that come